Hi again, and welcome to the Raw Marriage Show, where nothing is taboo and nothing's off limits. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Zev Halpern, very excited to add a new feature to the show. So, introducing the Marriage Panel, a look at the serious and lighter side of marriage. We value your point of view, so let us know what's on your mind. Our guest panel tonight, sex therapist Kim Yost, top divorce attorney and author David Bullitt, and transformational coach Tara Carbo. We're talking marriage, good and not so good, the raw and pure marriage stuff that drives our relationships. Stay tuned in the months ahead for another new feature, the marital sex ed game, Raw Marriage Style, where we'll be debunking marriage myths and providing sensual ideas to enhance the intimate side of your marriage. On a personal note, I was asked to write a chapter in a new book called The Courage 2. 9 authors discuss personal courage. We all have courage. We just have to find where it is inside. Why do you think we get married and couple up in the first place? Do you think it was attraction, lust, wanting to jump each other's bones? Yeah, that too. But we become couples first and foremost for safety and security. If your marriage has you arguing and yelling and fighting constantly, you're sending messages to each other's brains that your relationship is not a safe place, and fear begins to play a role. Our brains are working 24/7, identifying threatening situations. Threats create the fight-flight impulse. Harsh fighting is scary. I like it when you greet me with a hug and soothing greetings. That makes me look forward to being with you instead of dreading our marriage. I feel you're with me instead of constant bickering and fighting with me. Take a look at this, and we'll be right back to introduce you to our marriage panel. Take a look at a picture that's going to be on the monitor, and let's talk about, what it is. So Tara, take a shot at that, just right off the bat.
Oh man, well clearly they've been at it a while. Really bad communication. They're crossing in the night, and he can't hear her, she can't hear him, and it's frustrating. They might not be having good sex.
Why is she
either,
just standing there? Why is she taking it? Who knows? What do you think, David?
I'm hoping they'll find their way to my office in a couple of weeks.
Really? And that'll be it?
That's the way it looks like to me.
Who will get saved? Who will get saved?
If you're a husband and you're talking to your wife that way, you're not going to be a husband for very long. That's been my experience.
All right, we got a top divorce attorney telling us about it. How about you? What do you think?
I doubt they're having sex either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or somebody screams a lot during sex. I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping it's her. That she screams bloody murder, because she got to scream somewhere.
That's right.
For me, looking at that picture, it's very difficult, and absolutely, they've been at it for a long time, and it could be, when I look at it, I say someone else was yelling at her in her life, and she's clearly adapted to that, and she maybe picked the guy unknowingly, the person who's going to yell at her, and as many people do, unfortunately, in their marriages. All right, so that was a good icebreaker, but let's move on, to a different issue. So there's a lot of marital discord. David Bullitt could tell us how many divorces he's seen, and there are people, what's a good marriage? What's a bad marriage for people at home? What's a good marriage? What's a bad marriage? Sure, there's many, many different kinds, but what's a good one?
Well, to me, what I've found in people coming to my office and who struggle, there's lots of struggles. you see three things consistently. One, you see arguments over finances. Two, you see arguments over sex. And three, you hear about people who don't have enough time to themselves. So there's that balance issue of not being able to, not that time with your spouse isn't important, because it is, but that time apart from that husband or wife also is important. And regularly, folks who are sitting in chair in my office don't have that, don't have good sex or don't have sex at all. And certainly finances also plays a big part in
angry.
struggles. And
They're
they're
angry.
angry and they're upset, and life isn't the way that they thought it was going to be. In some cases, their children have grown up, you know, and now we're sitting across the table reading the newspaper, and there she is in a big robe and hair drumped down and hadn't brushed her teeth in 3 days. And I'm saying to myself, what am I doing?
Oh, we're going to get to that. Actually. You bring up an interesting thing, because we're going to get to
All
that
right,
whole
all right.
issue about domestication.
Yeah.
So what do you think, you know, Kim? What's a good marriage?
I think you have to balance so marriage gives us stability and accountability and predictability and safety, but for the passion to stay alive, you need the unknown, the dangerous, the exciting, that kind of thing. So you have to make a balance of that, and people are really good at maybe being best friends.
And we'll be right back with Sexpectations. All right, so we're back, and the topic is going to be pornography. So when I was a teenager, about 3 million years ago, you know, people used to have these magazines. You'd find them in the most amazing places, under mattresses. You know, you'd reach in. Maybe the best day of my adolescent life was when I lost my shoe, and I reached under my brother's bed looking for my shoe. And what did I find but the December gala issue of Playboy? I was about the happiest.